Hey there, what's up, everybody? We're ready here for our next game, another home match against Wuhan Changjiang. Wuhan were recently relegated from the Chinese Super League, so this is another one of these tests to see just how good we are. We've got a new person here playing in defensive midfield. This is Shui Xiaopeng, and he comes to us. Where does he come from? We got him from Beijing University for 40,000 RMB. Looks like we got him last January, I'm guessing. He looks good. He looks good. He should be able to play at this level and is consistent, has a good personality, and looks like a good player. So we're going to put him out there and we're going to take a look and see what we can get from him. And let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can beat this team. And this will just take a second as we get everything set up and ready to go. And we are favorites for a reason, mostly because we're at home. We'll see what this home attendance looks like here today as well. You know, in yesterday's match, we had, 22,000, a little bit over 22,000 there. We'll see if we get that many here since it's not the home opener. I'm not certain exactly how much I need to expect, but it looks like a pretty fairly sized crowd. We are in first place again, and we are still favorites to completely dominate the league. But we'll see what happens in real life and see if we can manage with a bunch of these young Chinese players on the team. I think we have 3 here on the team so far, and that doesn't count Liu Xiaoziyang in goal, who is still only 19. So first thing we need to do is get the ball off of them, and let's see what we can do. And as usual, we just wait for them to sort of dump the ball over the top, and then our fast and pacey center backs can go back and grab it. Over 22,000 there today. I look at that, 22,362. Still not quite close to selling things out, but we'll get there eventually. Here's Joao Victor over to Jubin. Jubin knocks it back forward to Lee Jin-young. Lee Jin-young with the shot from range and nothing happening there, and we still need to work on him and his long-range shooting. One of the reasons why we've done a lot of rotation here in this match is because we have a number of matches in a very, very short period of time. We have, I think, 3 in the space of 1 calendar week, and then we have another match about 2 or 3 days after that third one. So we are in desperate need of rotation. It won't be this bad for the whole season, but September apparently is usually bad here in the setup. Shui Xiaopeng now over to Victor, back to Rovaglia. And that's another pretty poor shot from range. Rovaglio has been injured for about 2 months, and so we're still waiting to see if he can really get back to his old winning ways. Torres goes back and gets that over to Shui Xiaopeng, to Lee Jin-young, back to Torres. Torres down to Yan Kun. Yan Kun over to Lee Jin-young, then over to Li Min. And now up and forward to Zhong Sangbing and over to Jubin, who has a shot, and that one is deflected. And Wang Zhifeng, the Wuhan Changjiang goaltender, is able to grab that one, and we're still waiting on the first goal in this one, and that always makes me nervous. Torres able to get back onto that, and there's Rovaglia looking for Zhong Sangbing and finds him, and Zhong Sangbing grabs the ball in traffic, but I mean, he's double teamed there, not really much that he could do with that, and we're unable to find him again. And this highlight has once again ended, and we're being a little bit frustrated here. We're up against a team I think that's much better than the teams that we're usually used to playing. Ju being able to knock that one forward finds Zhong Sanbin, who I think is fouled, no call. And he has a pass forward looking for Rovagli, who has, looks like, an entire army of players around him. Passes backwards to Shui Xiaopeng over to Lee Jin-young now, who takes a shot from range, and that almost goes in. I mean, Rovaglia had, I think, about 10 guys on him. It's an interesting offensive setup. You know, we have this tactic uses a balanced mentality, and we're supposed to be balanced and not supposed to be just dumping the ball forward like that. So I'm not entirely sure what happened, but that was a little bit aggressive when you consider the number of players that were on him. And Liu Xiaoziyang is forced to make that save, and I think that was the first shot attempt that was actually on goal in this entire match, which does not bode well for us. This looks like this might be a challenge for us. Liu Xiaoziyang able to jump up and grab that one, and we're having a couple of really poor performances. I can see that. They have a player named John Lennon. I'm not sure if that's auspicious or not. Zhong Sanbing able to run over and grab that one, moves it up forward, backwards to Park Myung-sung now, over to Yan Kun, over to Lee Jin-young, back to Yan Kun. Finds Park Myung-sung again on the right-hand side, back to Yan Kun. And over to Park Myung-sung again, having a hard time moving forward the way he should, and he ends up going back to Torres. We're going to try it again, I think, on the left side. And then we headed over the middle to Rovaglia, and that was a very strange decision by Yan Kun. who really should be looking to move that up the side, I would say. Duca takes a shot, and fortunately, Liu Xiaoziang is able there to get a hand onto it and makes the save. And that was pretty foolish. So again, like I said, it was foolish from Yanquin to give up possession that easily, and we just let them run back and get at us from that counter attack, and that is going to be it for the half. And we're not looking very good. Nothing has been good enough here. We need to make some changes. Let's see what we can do. Li Min is just not playing well, so we are going to take him off. We're going to put Gustafsson on and see if he can play a little bit better. And Torres, after his injury, just has not been able to get back and play the way that he should. I think we're going to put Lazzo on for him. And Jong Sanbing having another one of those Jong Sanbing type games. This is what happens when you get the big expensive player, right? You never know if he's actually going to show up or not. He Jin back to Lazzo, over to Shui Xiaopeng. He moves it up to Jubin, then back over the left side to Joao Victor, and he finds Ravaglia. And I mean, that was ridiculous by Ravaglia. He needs to get the ball and take a shot. He just sort of taps it forward. John Lennon now with a throw in. And it goes back to him, and he passes over to Rice, and we need to get somebody over there to get that ball. It goes over to Lille, and they're going back and forth all over us, and fortunately for us, Souza's shot is way over. And, I mean, we're behind on XG, and it looks like we're behind on possession, and I'm not quite sure exactly what's happening in this one, but once again, this goes to show you that it's not just the tactic. And, yeah, we're having some poor performances from players who should be playing better. And let's see if we can wake some guys up, demand a little bit more, and try to get something to happen. We haven't had an attacking movement that I've seen at all here in the second half, and we're losing the possession battle. And boy, I mean, this is going to make a lot of people upset. And Jong Sanbing is having a very, very poor match, and is likely to find himself fined at the end of this one. We're going to put Delphi in for him. Now, this is a problem because we only have so many players who can play up front who are not injured at the moment. We have this big row of matches, so we got to figure something out. Jubin is trying to take it up, and he just loses the ball. This has been probably Jubin's the worst game of his career. And it looks like Wuhan just has our offense figured out. Park Myung-sung just got himself sent off. It's absolutely ridiculous. Don't know why he decided to make that tackle. And yeah, this is going to be sort of match that gets us quite a bit in fine money because of all the poor performances that we've had. And my I've got to go through this again. My recommended or my asked changes disappeared as soon as he was sent off. So there's another bug for this game to figure out. We wanted to put Delphi on, and but Gustafsson did come on. Okay, that's kind of strange. Whatever. And see if we can sneak through a late winner here. Otherwise, this would be the first match that we've ever drawn. And that's not 100% true. We have had Chinese cup final or cup matches that we won in. It went to penalties. Here's Joao Victor trying to make something happen desperately over to Pedrinho, and he finds Lee Jin-young with a shot, and that is knocked back for a corner kick. And I think that may have been our first actual attempt on goal in this entire match, or 80 minutes in. Pedrinho now with the corner, and he steps back and knocks it forward. And unfortunately, that amounts to just about nothing. And we'll take a quick look here and sort of see what happened, but that really wasn't much of a highlight for us to watch. Joao Victor now with the throw over to Ravaglia. Ravaglia finds Shui Xiaopeng. Shui Xiaopeng moves it laterally, goes back to Yanquin. Yanquin backwards to Lazzo, over to Shui Xiaopeng. This is the first match where we haven't had a whole bunch of shots that just knock off the woodwork. Victor over to Shui Xiaopeng, and he finds Pedrinho moving forward, and there was a attempt to get something done, but I didn't see any of our players' names show up, and this is going to look ugly, and we got away with one there. No, that is a goal there by Asmir Kajevic, and I was about to say we got away with one by not being called for the penalty, and with that we didn't get the penalty, or they didn't get the penalty call, which really should have. I mean, that's clearly a penalty. And instead they were able to move it backwards and get that shot that just went into the top corner. And that's pretty poor from our defense. And as I said before, I mean, we're going to have a number of fines at the end of this one. This is going to be the first league match that we lose. I don't really see us coming forward with anything after this. And yeah, this is looking pretty bad. We need to get some of these guys back from international duty, and we need a rethink here because this is falling apart. And there it is. And there's the final whistle, and that's it. And that final pass forward was probably the closest we had to a real shot on goal all game. Hope you enjoyed that. I don't know how much I did. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.